I am back in a new game again. Now I've got a few playthroughs going on, but this one is only meant to be like an hour or two. It's not a long game. You walk through the woods, story unravels, you learn the story. That's about it. I want something chill to play. So this fits the bill for that.
A visitor?
That's louder
What
than I
do I
thought.
say? It's been so long since I've had company. Oh, it's you. What a surprise. Not a lot of other folks come and visit these parts. I should have known. You should already know me, but just in case, my name's Larry.
This
I
is
was here to be
stunning.
closer to
This
my
is so
son,
cute.
William. Every time I came back to these woods, I could feel him again. If only I could tell him how sorry I am. That's enough about me. We're here for you. These woods hold the answers to your questions.
I don't have any,
Everything
it's
will
just
be
really
explained
pretty.
soon. And this time, please pay attention.
I don't know that I can pay attention. I'm fascinated by these woods. They're so pretty. Oh, and there's a waterfall. Are you kidding me? Oh, this is so pretty. Oh boy. Can I go in the pond? I can't go in the pond. What's this view? Oh, it's like golden hour as well. That's perfect woodland time. Click to interact. Ooh, my backpack. My backpack? Someone's backpack. Empty lunchbox. Rope. Can I open the tent? No. Music's gotten slightly spookier, which I don't enjoy. I can't do anything with the backpack. Either of the backpacks. Do I just drop that? Like, okay. I might have missed something, but as far as I can tell, I can only pick them up. I can't do anything for it. Should I be able to get past this? Am I missing something? I think I'm missing something. Oh, hold spacebar to remember. Oh. Alright, okay, didn't see that coming. Follow the clues. Okay, follow this big old stain on the floor. Same this way. Well, that's got from very cute to very creepy, very quick. I don't think things jump out. But I could be wrong. I thought this was just a cute walk in the woods. I didn't think it was this. Or this. I mean, this is cool, but I didn't know this is what I was doing.
I'm so happy we decided to go camping. It's so peaceful in the woods.
I don't think it is actually. I've changed my mind.
I'm sorry life has become such a mess.
Why is there a torch glowing there? Okay, as we were. Life can be a mess, so happy we went camping. Okay, I follow. Nothing for that one. If I look behind me, it's just dark and terrifying.
What are you doing? Let go of him! Leave us alone! Stop! Stop!
Ugh! Oh, yeah. A bloodied rock, huh? Okay. And someone's skeleton. So where am I now? Oh. Do I go this way? I'm just gonna guess I cannot go this way because this is broken. So I'll walk away from the, bloodied man. Or woman. I don't know. Just a lady was screaming, and then there was a bloody rock. So, let me go back this way. The pathway open for me. Oh. It's open now, though. This is also all bloodstained. Don't love that. Oh, okay. Nick Rafter. That has bloody fingerprints on it. Male. Brown eyes. 5'3". Okay. So Nick Rafter, huh? Got knocked over the head with a rock. Okay, well this is open now. So we can go and remember some more things. So yeah, like, I know at the beginning of this, I was real pumped about being in the woods and it was so pretty. And it is pretty. But I've also heard enough scary stories of the woods that I don't love it. Larry. I wanna screenshot this bridge though, it looks nice. What's that? Could these moose or deer or whatever they are stop laughing at me? I don't know if that's a thing or not, but there was a yellow thing on that rock. That music though. Alright, so we're at another site of some kind.
William's axe. I remember taking him to town, letting him choose his first axe. Once we got back to the cabin, he couldn't stop trying to cut down every tree in the woods. There'd be nights it would get so quiet, all you'd hear are the birds and the sound of that axe like a heartbeat outside.
Okay, who's William? I don't know when I should do the remembering thingy. I guess when I just hit a barricade that I can't go any further. I can jog too. Oh, more things. Something red down here. I swear I saw something red down here. Oh, it was over there. It's okay. I was one bit too far up. Oh, cabin. Gonna have some spooky stuff in it. Let me in. There's red coming from your cabin. I don't know if you know that or not, but I feel like you should know that. So was the red I was seeing down here, or... Oh, it's dead now. Oh, okay.
Have you ever found yourself feeling like you're being watched? I
Let's not
decided to
throw
go
that
to
in
the
the
lake and
mix.
catch some fish for dinner one night. I had caught a couple when I got this sense that something was watching me. I know bears roam these parts, but this was not a bear. I could feel it across the lake staring at me. I got up, reeled the line in, grabbed the fish, and went inside. I've never felt like that before.
Well, I hadn't until you said that. Oh, I have keys for the cabin. Okay. Something was watching him. Do we think it was just this deer or moose or whatever it is? I mean, that came from no- You were okay 5 seconds ago. Okay. So I get- ooh. A football. Tell me the story of the football, William. Who's William? Well, let's go in the cabin for a terrifying time. Is it gonna have a really loud creak? No.
The place feels so empty without William.
It's William.
But it's held up well over the years.
Oh. A torch. Apparently I don't need the torch. Walkie-talkies. Don't need them. Grandpa's Walker blended old whiskey. Some kind of medicine, maybe. Cigarettes.
Look at this garbage. They were laughing at me. Told me to go back to the cabin and stay out of the sun for a bit. There is something, or someone, watching me out here. Why did I think they would believe me? They need to be warning the people not to come into these woods until this has been solved. There is something happening out here, and no one will do a dang thing about it.
I had to laugh at the title of this because it said eccentric and reclusive hermit claims monster sighting. And honestly, during the winter months, I like to think of myself as a bit of a hermit, so to read that, it just tickled me a bit. Anyway, despite there being no leads to the recent disappearances, a well-known local recluse claims to have solved the case. Our source reports seeing the man, Larry, on one of his rare appearances in town, paying a visit to the local police. According to the witness, Larry was ranting about a wolf-like creature that he claimed hunts among the trees and had menaced him on several occasions. It is understood local police are not pursuing this as a serious lead, and we have yet to receive comment from Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster as to whether or not they too have paid a visit to our little town. Mean? Okay, so I can't use any of the torches. More whiskey. Sun cream. I'm guessing that Larry is the dad, and then he had William.
Why was somebody bringing chemicals out here to the woods? That bottle you're looking at is what started this whole mess. That's when I knew I wasn't alone. Turns out mine wasn't the only cabin out here anymore. But next to that cabin, though, was a cage. But it wasn't empty, and it weren't no bear. It had fur, gray and black, like a wolf. But it also had skin, rough, like a man.
Was it an ape?
I couldn't make sense of what I was seeing.
Maybe it's
I
Bigfoot.
grabbed this bottle, hoping I could bring it to the police. Maybe then they would believe me.
I'm hoping it's Bigfoot, not gonna lie. Spare room key. William, Dad, and Hank. Who is Hank now? Hey Larry, thanks for your letter. Yeah, it's really quiet out here. Damn good to clear the head again. It's exactly what I really need right now. You know how twisted life can be, but who am I telling this to? No matter which direction you look at, there are trees. Trees and a few more trees. Sometimes a raccoon drops by, but that's all the visitors I get here. Haven't seen any rangers either, but there seems to be something strange going on out here. I guess that's what happens when you're in the middle of nowhere. Your imagination goes wild. Talking about strange characters, another lookout sometimes reports to me on the walkie, a woman, and she's been doing the job a lot longer than me, but I really can't figure her out. I'll keep you informed on my mysterious walkie relationship. Well, that's all for now. I'll let you know when the raccoon pushes me off the outhouse. Seriously, there is only an outhouse here. But hey, it's more than you have out there at your cabin. Stay safe, Hank. Alright, spare room. Why is this so red? Diary. Can I actually read this, or is it just gonna... Something about... Loss is the worst thing that can happen to you in your life. I'm not talking about money or possessions. I'm talking about people, friends, about family. I lost my beloved wife years ago, William's mother, innocently in a car accident. The other was drunk, driving under the influence of alcohol. How bizarre. How ironic. And this to me as an author of self-help books for alcoholics. I became one myself, an alcoholic. Maybe I should have read my own books once. But it was so nice just to drown the pain, the grief, and just forget everything. Also William, my son. All that I had left. But alcohol makes you blind to everything. I just don't know what to do anymore. Larry. We're here for you, man. It's just more drinks. Cute little jug. Cup. Well, I guess we have to go into the vision mode. Yep. Something here? Oh. A knife. Oh boy. So Larry is thinking there's something in the woods. Hank claims imagination's getting to him. Alright.
Why can't I have peace?
Hey, how loud it is in these bits. Oh! Look at me go.
I miss him so much.
Big old cage back there. If I could fall off, this would be even spookier. But I cannot. Oh, there's an X on my door.
Why don't you let me leave this place?
Such good voice acting though. Back in here? Did I stab myself? Did I do that to me? Who is that?
That machete was no use. I should have left this place when I found that cabin. I knew what I felt wasn't right. I just didn't know that night would be my last. I didn't know what it was, but what I saw in that cage had come for me. Whoever made that thing must have known I went to the police. This is where my story ends, drunk and scared in a corner.
Larry.
Is this how William felt? Alone and scared. Your story carries on. You must learn the tales of these woods.
I plan
They're what's
to.
holding us back. We all live with our actions, our consequences. But do you?
Well,
Go now. There's someone else who would like to see you.
you pass. Do I get to see Hank? Oh, the stairs have rebuilt. Okay, we go up the stairs. I like the repetitive moss on these stairs. Sara.
You're back? Not again. I guess we'll start where we always do. I'm Sara.
Hi, Sara.
I came out to these woods to get away, much like Larry. While I didn't lose a son, I did take one away. You see, I'm a forensic archaeologist. I dig up bones for a living, and I'm quite good at it. Until my last case. My evidence put the wrong man behind bars.
Oof.
I'm out here to solve a cold case. Make what I did right. Come on, there's not much daylight left.
Don't say that. I won't be here at night time. Oh, it's changing. No, it's changing.
The first place I dug. Being an archaeologist, you learn over time to never expect anything on your first attempt. It's like waving a magnet at a haystack in the vague hope you'll find the needle, but you have to start somewhere, and for me, this was it. I didn't find much, although it was nice to rule out the area.
Okay. Nothing to see here? Just observe you? Okay. I hated that it was changing. No, so I must, oh. Yes? Oh, yes.
My office. I spent a lot of time here. More than I did at home, I guess.
Private Detective Case P. Jack. Mark. Marcel. Larry. Why are you investigating Larry? No, I want the next one. There we go.
My first case, an adolescent homicide. Sometimes it's easier to use the official wording than to say outright someone killed a kid and left their body on a roof. I spent so many hours in that chair trying to figure it out.
I did hear the door. What can I say? What's this one? Tim. Ah! Spooky. Ashtray.
How I found out I put the wrong man in prison. The DNA didn't match, but that didn't matter. He's already behind bars, and our justice system is not about to make itself look bad. My superiors look at me with disappointment. They know what I did, and that there's nothing that can be done.
Sarah, this is a disgrace. The appeal to retest the DNA results in your recent case have come back. The DNA is not a match. Do you know what this could mean for the department, for your career? The judge is going to have a field day with this, if he even hears the case results. You could have just put the wrong man in prison for life. We're putting you on the Woods case. It should be a cut and dry dig. We've had reports of people missing, but no bones. Go find our bones. Please make sure they're human. Sincerely, Field. Oh, that would suck. Oh. Yeah, I wish.
What the hell? Who did this? My
Oh.
office, all my things, my papers, my files. Years of my life are in here. All my cases, everything I ever worked on, all scattered and messed up. Who would do this? And why?
Probably someone else you wrongly accused, huh?
So many pieces. Sometimes it's only when you step back and take a look at the whole tableau that you can make sense of where each individual fragment belongs, what it all means. But you, I could never make sense of you. And now this? How dare you?
I'm trying to read this. You can only like half read it. When you spend half your life with the dead or what remains of them, you forget how to deal with the living. You lose your connection to them. You become somehow indifferent to them, interchangeable. I have no family, no friends. I have my work. I used to have my parents and a hamster, Coco. The three most important individuals in my life. And all three are dead. Possibly also the reason why I became a forensic archaeologist. I love my work and I'm good at it. At least I thought I was. It was a case of child abuse and murder. I found evidence at the crime scene. DNA. It was so simple. The man was imprisoned and sentenced to death. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. But it wasn't that simple after all. He was innocent. He was executed innocently. Because of my mistake, an innocent man was killed. There are mistakes that you just can't make good. He is a father, husband, son, friend, work colleague. How many lives I destroyed with it. I am so terribly sorry. Oh. Why were you investigating Larry? Why do you have a file on Larry? What did he do? Is this William's axe? Or just an axe? Ooh.
Truth be told, seeing the wrong man behind bars really made me question my ability. I put what I found into evidence and finalized a man's life. I should have checked it, but instead I was in a rush. Nothing here either except animal bones. Again.
What were you gonna say?
I remember finding it a little odd that I never once caught sight of a deer, or anything that they could have come from. Strange. I thought, given how disturbed the topsoil was, I might be onto something. Unfortunately, another dead end.
That seems like a bit of a human skull there. Maybe. No? We'll clearly I'm not an
The
archaeologist.
strangest thing happened one morning while I was digging. I started to feel something watching me. I'm not crazy, but we've all had those moments. This felt too real. I haven't seen any animals in the woods. What could be out there? I
Bigfoot?
kept digging, but that feeling lingered. I stood up, looked around, but I couldn't see anything. I should have left, gone home for the day, and never come back. I was too focused on solving the case. After a while, the feeling went away, and I got on with my digging. Didn't that scare me? Guess not. I just kept going.
Don't like all the blue lights. It's like trippy on my eyes.
I was kind of starting to freak out by this point. I needed to solve this case. Thinking back, it was stupid of me to think I would find the answers so quickly. I was rushing again. If I wasn't careful, I could lose my job, put another person away that doesn't deserve it. But they had to be out here somewhere, and if I wasn't finding them, where else could they be?
Follow the clues! Is that the clue? Turn around. Oh, I hate it! Follow the smears, follow the big blood smears. Yeah, I am gonna bet it is Bigfoot. The axe! Did Bigfoot steal William's axe?
How could you do this?
Maybe it is just William, actually. Maybe William's gone AWOL
Where
in the
did you
woods.
hide them? Please give us peace.
Oh, wrong way. Wrong way? Where am I going? Did I come from that way? No. Yes? You know, I just came from there. I feel like I'm going insane already. This way, right? Oh yeah, the axe is there. It's fine. Found it. Why is there a fox staring at me?
Ironic.
Oh, I'll come
for
back.
someone so used to discovering and excavating lost bodies that I'd become one myself. For all the years I spent unearthing bodies, it seems unfair somehow that mine ended up like this. Just laid
going in
out
the
in
cave.
the open, broken and discarded. Maybe I deserved this. I was fooled by the beauty of these woods. I only hope that you can find the answers you need, that everything that happened was not in vain. Push forwards, but prepare yourself. You stand on the verge of a terrible darkness.
Is it just a wolf?
You're here, finally.
Todd.
Let me tell you a story. You'll like this one.
Okay.
It's about you. Now, I wouldn't call
I
you
do
the
love
hero,
myself.
but everything in it revolves around you and what you did. You don't remember anything, do you?
No.
Of course not. You're a coward. I'd say you disgust me, but, well, it's a little more complicated than that.
What did I do to you, Todd?
Come on, through the door. You're so close now.
What
Don't
did
you
I do
wanna
to
know how all
you?
this ends?
Yes. I don't know what I did to you to make you hate me so much. Okay. Let's look. Where are we? Decoding stuff.
The old lab. So cramped working cheek by jowl with those fools on their useless, stupid little trivialities. Nothing more than distractions. They dismissed my ideas as wrong, then begged my help for their own work. If only they could have seen what I was working on behind their backs. I knew I had to get out before they found out what my little side project was. They wouldn't have understood. They couldn't. I was so very far beyond them.
Shouldn't have just covered up the university thing with all the other bits of paper. Well, I guess we leave again. Science-y stuff, I guess, is the gist of this. Not my forte whatsoever. Alright. Oh. Different door. Oh no, this is pretty.
Isolation. Space to breathe, to think, to work. No more dingy little space hidden away from prying eyes. Out here, I am free. It also neatly solves the problem of disposal. When I'm finished with any biological material, human or animal, I simply seal it in a bath of acid and drop it to the bottom of the lake.
I'm not sure
What I
about
wouldn't
you,
give
Todd.
for an incinerator. Still, there are always trade-offs, and I must make do with what I have. A
Todd.
small price to pay.
Todd. Maybe we should talk about this, because this doesn't seem okay. Like, what are you doing to, people or animals? Oh god. Missing persons. 28-year-old Jessica Wheeler disappeared last Thursday after going hiking out in the woods outside of town. As of right now, she is considered a missing person with no foul harm involved. She was last seen wearing her hiking gear. She wore brown boots, brown khaki pants, and a dark green t-shirt. She had a hiking backpack with her as well. Out-of-town friends and family have been contacted, none of them have seen her. She's always loved hiking, going out in the woods. We always feared something like this would happen, but not to our daughter, Jessica's mother Susan told us. They're offering a $1,000 reward to anyone who is seen and helps them find Jessica. Todd, did you put Jessica in a barrel? Because it kind of seems like you put Jessica in a barrel. But did something bad happen to him? Oh. What experiments are you doing?
Sacrifice.
Ah.
I'd often ask myself if what I was doing was right, was just.
I'm gonna say no.
Progress demanded sacrifice. Imagine the potential. Cures for cancers, for wasting diseases and childhood afflictions. If I could rid the world of these things, nobody would care about how I did it.
Well, I
I'd be
think
a
they
hero,
might, actually.
forever immortalized as one of the true scientific greats.
I'm gonna say people would mind. I mind, actually. Oh, lovely.
It worked. The experiment. It worked. A breakthrough I could never have dreamed of back under the watchful eye of those fools. I had my doubts back in my old lab, but out here, I felt anything was possible. And I could do absolutely anything.
Maybe not anything. Alright, missing couple. 32-year-old Nick Rafter and his wife, 34-year-old Ashley Rafter, went missing while hiking in the woods last Tuesday. They told friends and family they would be back Friday morning, but have not yet returned. Sources close to the case have said they found a campsite that looks like a fight had broken out. They are ruling this a kidnapping and fear their lives may be in danger. They were last seen in their hiking clothes, boots, and backpacks. If you have any information, please call the local police department or contact us here at the Daily Read. And that's the guy in the first one. Not loving where Todd's story's going, because he seems like a creep in the woods. And we're back at the campsite again.
I didn't have the evidence yet to support my findings. I needed to replicate the experiments. Go further. Be bolder. I had no choice, did I? I took another. A man camping with his wife. I needed him. If I hadn't taken him, they might have stumbled on my lab. It's too valuable. I can't stop now. That's what I told myself as I beat the wife to death with a rock as she tried to stop me from taking her husband.
Understandably, yeah.
Made, but I lay awake at night. I couldn't get her face out of my head.
Todd, what is wrong with you?
The old man had to die. While he'd been staying in his cabin, he went to the police. I decided to see what effects the grafts would have in terms of aggression and capacity for violence in the subject. Nothing could have prepared me for this.
I hate Todd, I think it's safe to say.
I just want to be left alone. Why do they keep coming?
It's not your
I couldn't
woods,
let her
Todd.
find out what happened. She didn't deserve this, though. I can't stop it. Can't control it. What have I done? How could I be so wrong?
Oh god, I went the wrong way. Oh no. Oh, it's nighttime.
Last night I had a nightmare. I was in the woods. Everything familiar, walking through the trees.
I don't want to be in your nightmare.
He was there, the old man from the cabin. He spoke to me like a friend. Every night now, the same dream, the same path, the same voice. I can't sleep. When I do, I awaken among the trees. She is in them too. Now, the woman, the digger, she's not my friend. She screams at me, but I can't wake up for hours. She knows everything I know. She knows what I did.
I don't know if you want me to feel bad for you, but I don't. You've done terrible things, Todd.
When we last spoke, I told you to learn your story, to find answers, to find those stories I couldn't finish.
You wronged us, both of us, in the worst
I'm
ways
not
imaginable.
Todd.
But what's done is done. You can't change that. Nobody can. There's no sense in going back and reliving it over and over. The outcome is always the same.
I made a life digging up the past, but now it's time to put it to rest.
You understand now. We couldn't just tell you. We had to let you see.
And now you know what we know. You feel what we feel.
We couldn't rest until we moved on from this. And neither can you.
Over and over again you've lived this, seen this, again and again. You're cursed, can't you see it? The weight of the guilt drags you down and sets you back on that path endlessly. There's only one way this ends, but for us,
Oh, do
it
I
already
have to
has.
die?
What you did was awful.
I'm not
But
Todd.
you know that now. You feel the truth burning inside you. An animal
Maybe I
who
am
must
Todd.
set free.
Acknowledge what you did. End the cycle. Move on. And know peace.
We forgive you.
Whoa. Was I Todd? Is there more? Is Todd the end guy? He did
Again,
everything?
The same dance, the same steps. Why? You know all this. You've known it all along. And yet every time you choose to forget, to wake once more among the trees, to relive your nightmare, our nightmare, you push the truth away, refuse it, so much so it's become me. But I don't exist. Only you do.
Todd,
You
I'm
and
not
all you've
you.
done. Enough of this. You can't keep walking that path like a stranger. You can't keep choosing to forget as you have.
Beg to
It's
differ.
starting to break down. The dream, your memories, keep pushing through, taking her voice, my voice, your voice.
Ooh.
It's time. You can't do this again. Walk that path again. It has to end. And here's where it finally stops.
What happens if I
You can't
choose
keep turning
denial?
your back on what you did. You can't keep lying to yourself.
I didn't do anything, Todd.
Just
You did
stop.
stuff.
Stop. Only you can make the choice.
Which one am I choosing?
So what will it be?
Honestly, I don't think I did anything. I think Todd did the things, and as far as I know, I'm not Todd. I'm denying everything. I'm in denial. I didn't do anything. Are both doors black? That's terrifying. Okay, both doors are black, so we're going with denial, everybody. Denial it is. We didn't do anything. It wasn't me. Does it make a difference? I don't think it makes a difference which one I choose.
No, not you again. Haven't you learned? We are ready to move on. Why can't you?
Do I just do it again?
There's nothing to find, nothing to learn. You know it all. Please, let us go in peace.
Can I just reload it from like the acceptance denial bit? I should have saved it. Am I just gonna annoy Larry, Sarah, and Todd by doing this over and over again? Okay. I'll accept it this time then. Sure. I understand what I did in the woods. Oh, do I get to have a chill time by a lake? Because I accepted what apparently I did. But from what I could gather, Todd did
Nobody
everything.
should live in hate and sadness forever. By choosing the love of those you
That's little
wrong,
William. I didn't kill William though, right?
you allow them to let go and move on in peace.
Ah, I was reading
And
things.
so too shall you.
I was looking at stuff. To my late grandfather Larry. I miss you. Aww. I like to think that they got like the voice for Larry really similar to real life Larry. Can I just say, the voice acting in that, amazing. I loved all of their voices so much. I'm not completely confused. Like the way Todd was talking, it was like me and Todd maybe did it. Maybe I am Todd. But it seemed to be that like I was the one killing people in the woods for my science experiments. And then, yeah, for the greater good, supposedly. So, I have a fun thing. And that is that there's DLC. There's free DLC just called The Notebook, which supposedly will answer all my questions that I have. Please take a moment before you read on. If you've not made your way through the Fabled Woods so far, I would not recommend you to read any further. Okay. Progress demands sacrifice. Words to live by. My motto. I must remember this even here. Sacrifice is having to hide my work out here. Away from judgment and scrutiny, but a necessary sacrifice. A terrorist is a terrorist until he wins the war he fights, then he's a freedom fighter. A hero. Remember that, it's all just a matter of perspective. From where I stand now, I can see the future so very clearly. People said the Wright brothers were mad for dreaming that a man could fly. They called me mad, though I spread no wings. But through my work, mankind will not just take flight, it will soar. My name will echo through the eyes, a visionary, a renegade, a singular genius, with the foresight to take himself beyond petty moral trifles. When they see what I have accomplished, they will fall to their knees and weep with joy. So from what I can see here, he's working on a half-wolf, half-man? Digger, old man, and couple. I do not believe in God, though I must admit, perhaps if there were one, he would be smiling on me and my endeavours. Though the cabin appears on no map and the area not well travelled, there appears to be a campsite down the water's edge. Better yet, of the 3 occupants, one would make a fine specimen for my research. I am so close to a breakthrough. No, I must be careful to cover my tracks. It seems my actions have been noticed, though no conclusions have been drawn. Wouldn't want them to spoil the surprise, would we? Log number 3. A simple test, subject euthanized prior to experiment. With flaying of the skin, musculature can be manipulated and redrafted to suit new design. How best to manipulate the limbs without pinning? I cannot risk damage to nervous and circulatory systems in the grafted matter. If only the finch could have lived, how graceful and wondrous it would be with 2 pairs of wings. Why? You don't need to put extra wings on something that can already fly? Am I okay? So I'm guessing this is my character's log, because, like, they were yelling at me. So I think, yeah, I must be Todd. Anyway, log 4. First living patient. Momentous test, though expected that subject would expire soon after. A few seconds movement. The replacement limbs briefly showed function before the subject collapsed and died on the table moments after waking up. Not my best work on wetting the neural pathways. I must be less eager and more thorough. Still, cause for celebration. So replacing the feet of some kind of little mammal? Log 6. A stupid waste, incorrect suturing, and poor cauterization led to arterial rupture. Subject tore blood vessels the moment it woke with the first spasm of its limbs. Died moments later from massive blood loss. More discipline required. Maybe it's because you just hacked off part of it. Okay. Test is a failure, despite meticulous grafting of musculature of extraneous limb to subject's lower rib cage with matching nerve grafts. Limb has not taken and rejection has set in, leading to massive neurological shock response, necrosis, and ultimately death. Something is missing or being overlooked. Experiment result: leg graft failure. Rejection, nerve damage, sepsis, death, variation in chemical compound required, nerve damage. Experiment result: claw graft failure. Rejection, toxic shock, death. Recombination of chemical compounds has proved ineffective at altering end state of experiment. Though compound in undiluted state has shown to be effective in simple organisms at grafting foreign tissue without rejection. So far, replicating this has proven elusive in something, small mammals. Experiment result: failure, 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 failure. Again, failure. Tissue rejection, heart attack, death. Why? Subject, though healthy prior to experimentation, proved incapable of recovering from strain of graft procedure. Subject regained consciousness for a matter of hours, behaving in an erratic and disturbed manner, showing signs of extreme agitation. Though limited movement visible from grafted limb, subject suffered a massive cardiac event shortly after, from which it could not be recovered. Thesis: it is not the surgical procedure in and of itself which causes the subjects to expire prematurely, rather their inability to understand or see value in what has been gifted to them. Without the ability for higher reasoning and imagination, they lack the vision and will to survive. I will make it, despite all the adversities. I will make it. I will triumph. I will prove you wrong, all of you small minds. So they're blaming that it's not the procedure, it's the thoughts of his patients. Lovely. Okay, so I can't really read this. Screams, screams, they, something, something, my head all the time. Voices, I hear their screams all the time. My god, something about Ashley. Ashley, Nick, Sarah, Larry. Leave me alone. So yeah, I am Todd, and my victims are Ashley, Nick, Larry, and Sarah. In that story, I am Todd. I was sacrificing people to try and randomly splurge animals and people, and also just add other bits of animals to other animals. And, yeah. That was my experiment in the woods. Bit of a bleak end, but hey, I accepted it. I walked through the acceptance door. I tried the denial door. It wouldn't let me. To finish the game, you must go through the acceptance door. But I really enjoyed that. I loved the voice acting so much. That was so good. The scenery looked incredible as well. Like, it was beautiful in those woods. So you felt so immersed the minute you were in there. Let me know down below if you enjoyed it and your thoughts on this game as well. I'd love to know. And don't forget to like and subscribe as well. And I'll see you soon. Bye!